Yes, but the highlight, I was at a panel where I could see Inio Asano. In the question section, I also could ask him a question.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm not getting 1 month Netflix to just watch one anime episode. That's not happening.
Yes.
That's a waste of money.
Hello there. Another month has passed. Again, quite shocking. And in this recap, I will talk about some EL stuff a little bit more because I was in another country, visited a manga store and a historical monument, which is in one of my favorite mangas. I also visited the convention and saw a famous mangaka up close and could ask him a question. And read some manga as well. And for the Zoomer, well, the winter season ended, so what are you going to do about that?
I will yap a lot.
True, and he will have a tier list in the background. So
Hmm.
if you want to know which shows are worth to binge watch, check out the second part with the tier list.
Yes.
Also, I'm a little bit sick. I have a rough throat, and maybe my voice sounds a bit different, so what happens? There will be potentially some coughing. But let's start with the first EL thing. I was in France, in Paris, with an excursion from uni. And why was I there? Because it was from my history class, and we were going to Versailles. And Versailles is also is a place where scenes from Innocent occur. So it was actually nice to visit the historic place where one of my historic manga played, which was very interesting. Also, I visited this course in uni because it does not play at the time where Innocent plays, but it is a bit before. But they are the same dynamics, like power system in the French court with a absolute monarch and stuff. So I could learn a bit about what is happening in Innocent, which was a big W. So historical manga, again, interesting for a history student. But what was more interesting for you guys was, holy smokes, the French has nice manga editions. They clap completely the German and they would also say the English manga, even though I was just in one store. They have a lot of hardcovers, box sets, editions are just great. For example, you have the German Promised Neverland edition, right?
Yes.
They have your typical small size paperback. Normal, right?
Hmm.
The French has bigger 2-in-1 hardcover. They also have, for example, Kingdom hardcover, Sunken Rock hardcover, the Berserk hardcover, which has the size of the deluxe editions, but is a 2-in-1 and costs $25, which is also a big W. I also bought some mangas which you saw maybe in my one shot. And the French manga store had also a best section. They had actually a hentai section, but I did not bought anything because I had to
Mhm.
because I had to carry the bags around for the whole day with my uni course. It would be really embarrassing if anybody asked me what I bought or wanted to look in the bags. So some self-restraint was needed
Yes.
because some guys actually asked what I've bought. So a wise decision to not buy something from a collection.
Yes.
Yes, but French manga are great, sadly I can read them. But I still bought some for the collection as decoration.
I can translate something to you.
I mean,
So ask me.
I can understand a little bit because I had Italian in uni, and those languages are very similar. And I also had Latin.
Yes, but somewhat different, I would say.
Yes, but some words are quite similar.
Yes.
This French manga store had also the manga side, was one store, and on the other side there was a big figurine store, which would have been your thing. They had a lot
Hmm.
of figures, a big chonka store.
Crazy.
I mean, the French is, I don't know if it's still the second or third best manga market in the world. Number one is obviously Japan, and number
Hmm.
two is either France or USA, or let's say English market. So friends cooking in terms of manga. Quite nice.
Yes.
Then up next, another ERL thing. I was at a convention. It was a convention in Germany, the Leipziger Buchmesse, the book convention. But one half of it was the Anime and Manga Comic Con, which was a big W. But at first, getting to the convention always rough, unless you go by car. I mean, you were also at two conventions with me, right? Gamescom
Yes.
and the Konichi in Wiesbaden.
Yeah.
But to both we went by car, I think, right?
Yes.
So that was
No,
easy.
no, no, no. In Wiesbaden, we were with train.
Yes, but this was a smaller convention, so
Yes.
not that many people. Because I sent you a picture when I was at the train station where it was crowded, right?
Yes.
This was even at the convention. It was at the train station in another city 30 minutes away with train. And the train station was completely full. So
Crazy.
this convention is really big. It had 300k people at its span of, I think it was 4 days.
Hmm. And I have seen a famous German streamer was there and was live streaming there.
I also heard about it from a colleague at work. I was quite surprised that he was there. Don't associate the
Yeah.
guy with reading books.
Yeah.
For the German guys, we talk about Montana Black. So was actually at the convention, and why are conventions nice, and you should come again with me to one more this year. Conventions are nice because there's a lot to look at. First of all, cosplays, obviously. But you have also the artist alley where you can see artists making fan arts to some beloved franchises, which is a W. And what is also nice that you are at a big space with a lot of people who share the same passion as you. We talked about it in our really old community episode. After our last visit to a convention together,
Hmm.
it's just nice to be at a place and know, well, all of those people like the same shit as me. That's also the reason why people go to football games or have a good time in the stadium in the atmosphere, because when you go to a home game of a favorite club like Bayern, for example, you know that nice. There are 60 plus K people who enjoy the same thing as me. I'm going to have a good time. So massive W. To no one's surprise, I also bought a lot of manga,
Hmm.
because at the convention you can grab some stuff early, especially at the conventions where the publishers are at. I basically have bought all the manga which are coming out in next month because they were there early, 2 or 3 weeks.
Crazy.
That's why this recap is a bit more ERL stuff, and next month recap is a bit more rereads, because I've read most of the new stuff.
Did you buy any merch at chance?
No merch.
Okay.
I'm going to buy merch at the other convention, at Dokumi and Animagic, because they have big bring and buys, where you can buy a lot of used stuff. If you come with me to those conventions, you're going to get poor, because bring and buy is nice.
Imagine you buy a used body pillow.
Who knows? Who knows?
Dude, no, that's sick. That's sick.
But I bought some manga editions that are exclusive to this convention, because publishers want to play their tricks and abuse our FOMO to make some editions exclusive to this convention. The
Hmm.
biggest highlight was the Centuria 2-in-1 hardcover edition, which is exclusive to the convention. Do you know how the English Berserk Deluxe edition looks, or the German ones, the big black guys?
I
That
think so.
sounded wrong, the big books.
Cancel him. Let's cancel him.
The Century edition looks basically the same, just in the normal paperback size like your Promised Neverland volumes. But it's
Yeah,
2
okay.
more hardcover. And it did only cost 18 euros, so massive W.
Hmm.
That's probably the cheapest hardcover that I have in my collection. Because normally hardcovers are very expensive. And I was
But
happy that I got. Oh, sorry, go on.
no. You can go on.
I was happy that I got this edition this year because last edition there was a gold foiled Witcher Atelier hardcover which was instantly bought out. I was like 20 minutes late last year because I was at the line at the beginning and the edition was sold out because I was 20 minutes late after the opening.
Ah, sucks.
This year I was even later. I was like an hour late because the train was late, but I still got the edition. Because
W.
Centuria is a nice manga, but it's not Witcher Atelier.
But I think you said something was special there.
With Centuria, you could have met the mangaka. Unfortunately, I did not win a place for the signing event. But we could, whoever bought the edition could write something to the mangaka in a book. So I wished him a
Ah,
nice stay in Germany.
great.
The Centuria mangaka is, by the way, the former assistant of the Dandadan mangaka.
Ah, okay.
Centuria is a dark fantasy action manga. It's a bit like Claymore, with cool monster designs and fights.
Hmm.
And you can see the Dandadan art style influence, so it's also an action shown, so could be something for you, a Dandadan Claymore hybrid.
Yeah,
Who knows? Who
maybe.
knows?
Hmm.
And besides that, I fell also victim to used expensive manga because I bought some Sunken Rock volumes that I'm missing. Because the German Sunken Rock volumes, some of them are hard out of print. And now I've got all of them besides volume 12, which is probably one of the hardest volumes to get in Germany.
Okay.
If you go on eBay and type in Sunken Rock volume 12, I did it the other day to check, and the only listing was one. It's the first time for 120 bucks for one manga volume. Not
Oh,
buying that.
yeah.
I already spent 80 euros for 3 volumes. So that's already enough.
Yes.
But those were the early volumes that were missing, and I did not reread Sunken Rock because I hate reading online. And now I can at least read it until volume 12, read that online, and then read the last one, and then I'm finished.
Hmm.
That's better than reading the first 3 volumes online, which sucks.
What I meant earlier was something different, something special that you showed me when we were in the car after shopping.
Yes, I wanted to save that for last.
Ah, okay.
I have one other thing before we get to that. What is also nice at conventions that you see when new licenses are announced from publishers. For example, we got a Goodnight Pun Pun hardcover edition, which is coming out, which will be topic again later. And Marshall King German edition was announced. And with Marshall King, I have one more thing to tell you. I told you I'm reading currently Sunken Rocket. There were some Trigun Easter eggs, right?
Yes.
And I already told you that there is a special Trigun chapter from Boichi. And then
Hmm.
something occurred to me. Because of that, Boichi must be a Trigun fan. And Marshall King is a Western steampunk sci-fi manga. What again is Trigun? I've forgotten. And Boichi is also the Dr. Stone artist. So Marshall King might be the perfect manga for you because you like Dr. Stone and you like Trigun.
Yes.
Yes, but the highlight, I was at a panel where I could see Inyo Asano, one of the most famous seinen mangaka. His most famous work is Goodnight Pun Pun. It's, I think, number 6, 7, or 8 in the most popular
Big
manga on my
Seven.
hobby list. Typical Zoomer content. I see, I see. So, it's quite a popular manga, and it's always nice to see mangakas. Last year I could see the Witch Hat mangaka. And it's nice to see how they do their creative thoughts, how they do their stuff, and how they view their works. For example, do you know Ponpon is very infamous for one thing?
I don't know about this work.
It's depression the manga. And someone asked him what was their goal with Ponpon, and he said, "Well, I wanted to make people feel bad." And in the question section, I also could ask him a question. I asked him, what is the most fun thing about being a mangaka? Because, well, we don't know mangakas and can rarely talk to them, so I wanted to ask one mangaka, if I had the chance, what's the best thing about it? And he said manga's always obviously a visual medium, so the drawing part is the best. And he likes to challenge himself and always do better stuff because when he's getting older, forgetting stuff, and can't draw as good, he does not want to regret doing his absolute best, which was quite a nice answer to see the passion to do his best in drawing. Especially from Asano because he's an S-tier artist. I'm reading his newest work, Mujina Into the Deep End. The artwork is nice. It's very good, it's very good. So,
Nice.
seeing mangakas, always a W. Because that's very rare.
Hmm.
And now, towards the end, I just have a few mangas that I want to talk about. Or just one. Because I've now finished the first arc from Kingdom. This one you should know, right?
Kingdom I know, but I never read it or watched it.
It's a giga long series. It's a historical series. Shocking that I like those. Seriously,
Hmm.
I want to talk about it. Some German words snuck in there. Kingdom is a series that I, as a child, would have adored. Because when I was a child, I liked big war and battle series in a medieval or, let's say, sword clashing setting. My favorite games are Spellforce, Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, and stuff. And Kingdom is that basically. It's in the Chinese Warring State period where we have big armies clashing. It's a 70-volume giga chonker with a lot of battles, historic stuff, tactics, wars, and stuff. I like those. So I'm happy that we finally got Kingdom. It's got the English edition last year, and in Germany we are getting also an edition this year, which is a big W. It's nice to see how far the manga market has come because we are getting now some old, risky, long series. Same for Baki, by the way. Because Kingdom is getting released monthly, and Baki is getting 2 volumes monthly, which is also insane.
Hmm.
That publishers are actually taking risks, and that the manga market is so big that we can get stuff like this. Massive W, massive improvement. Sadly, thanks to some normie shows that I hate, those that bring the money and the fans. So they have at least something good. Sorry, I had something in my throat. I realized that in the beginning. I think that's it for my part. If you don't have anything else to comment to the convention or stuff.
Not really. I'm looking forward to my part. So, läuft. So,
Yes.
so for my part, I start with Frieren. It's the first one on my anime list on there for the seasonal stuff, and Frieren is way too good. It deserves the second place now. It is now second place because of JoJo's, of course. Yes, and Frieren was very good, and I really enjoyed it, and I still have a few episodes left that I have to watch, but I'm on it, so yes.
A
But
few episodes mean that you did not see the big fight in the end against the Demon Revolt.
nope, not yet. But I will
I see.
watch it soon.
By the way, your information is outdated. Frieren is again number one.
Oh, okay. Then JoJo's got review
Only a
bombed.
short face. Frieren also got review bombed. It's always a classic.
Yes. But
By the way, when you've mentioned JoJo's a short thing, Netflix, why the fuck can't you make one thing right and make it weekly? Then at least wait and make it weekly. Wait a half of a year. Not clone again.
I
Do you know
wanted.
when the next JoJo's episode is coming out?
Nope.
Well, the schedule is it will come out this year. Nice. Good job, guys.
Nice date. Thank you.
Now we can go on.
But I wanted to talk about it in this episode as well, so yeah. You could have said it sooner, later.
Okay, I just want to rant.
Yes, but if I would put it in a tier list, Frieren definitely gets an S tier. Who would have thought?
Well, your older you would have thought otherwise. When we started the podcast, I remember one thing that you said. The show is boring, nothing is happening. I dropped it because of that.
I'm a zoomer,
Typical.
I'm sorry.
Typical Gen Z behavior.
Yes.
A low cortisol level. The new bad word of the season. Zoomers are putting this cortisol bar everywhere now. It sucks. Can we get over with this shitty... Can we have aura back? This word is way cooler.
Nah, cortisol low is better.
Yeah.
Yes, but the next show that is on the list on my my anime list is JJK, and I have to admit, holy shit, the final episode was hella clean. Like, it was a movie quality.
I also saw some clips.
Like, you can't hate those. It was peak, let's be honest. But still, I hate the ending of JJK. But have to admit, this episode was fire. Even though the characters were, this one motherfucker with his with the Josuke haircut who can blast lasers out of his hair. Nah, and the lady who can manipulate Sky. I don't know about them.
I like the cockroach. This guy is probably a Doro Doro reference from Johnson the Goat.
Maybe.
Kappa.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just was shit talking.
But still, I have to put it in A tier to not annoy the JJK fandom, and I have to say the season was fucking clean. There weren't
Oh, sorry, go on.
there weren't any bad episodes.
Yes, but you've mentioned why I also dislike the manga and even though dropped it because I think JJK had a solid story till Shibuya or the few episodes past Shibuya with the Maki stuff and the Yuji and the Judge stuff. But after that, we are now getting just random characters introduced, random fights, where the
Yes.
power system is getting out of hand, some ass pulls.
Yes.
This is just being JJK now. This fight is everything that's going to come, with randoms who spawn and just fight.
Exactly.
I mean, it's nice. For example, in the movie side, I'm a huge John Wick fan. John Wick is just the cleanest action with guns you can have, but I find it kind of whack if you are good in terms of writing and then go to just action. You can stay good and have also just action if you've already done it in the past. That's the problem that I have with JJK. For example, with Demon Slayer is like John Wick. Good, perfect action. So I can rant about this was to call it a fell off because it is what it wants to be. Action and fights. Nothing more.
Yes. So solid 8 here. Could have put it higher, but yeah, no.
You know what's coming. I
Yes.
know what's coming.
Yes. That's also the reason why not S tier. So, yep.
The last good stuff is done.
Yep. So on to the next one, which is Hell's Paradise. And Hell's Paradise, yeah, I, I mean, the Tensen fights were really good, but I don't know, something was missing for me. I don't know. Um,
Where did the anime end? Before I say
um,
something wrong.
the anime ended with the show of the battles between the newcomings and the guys who were already on the island.
The ninjas or the executioners are the new guys? Or both already there?
Both.
Okay, I see.
They arrived at the same time.
I see. Okay,
Yes.
there we are. Yes, I kinda like this part. I thought the Tensen fights were cool, but the Tensen they are not that deep in terms of characters. They are just there to present you cool fights, just like in JJK.
Yes, and that's why
the main cast in Hell's Paradise is way more interesting.
That's why it's also in A tier. Just A tier.
Yes. That's why I like the executioners, the newcomers, and the ninja more, not to spoil anything. But those have a bit more. Plus, there's a cool mystery in the end. Towards the end. Where I was a bit tensed up because there was a possibility that there would be a bad thing with this mystery. So we can talk about it when season 3 is coming out, which will be the last season.
Yes. The next thing is Sentence to be a Hero, but this one I completely forgot that it exists, so it's a C tier. I don't know, it just disappeared from my head, and yeah, so it's a C tier.
It should be your show. It had great animation, great fights, isekai. What else do you want?
But no, it was just gone out of my head.
Season 2 got announced, by the way, straight away.
Okay. I haven't heard it. So
by the way, Frieren Season 3 also got announced for October 27th.
Yes, that I heard, but not Sentence to be a Hero.
And in this season, in the Frieren season, the best arc is coming with the character Macht. Which I thought would be coming this season, but the pacing and the few episodes stalled a bit. Let's say it like that.
As a German, I can think what Macht is going to be like.
Who knows? Macht is a peak 10 out of 10 villain.
Yes, Sentence to be Hero was just 4 or 5 episodes there, and then I haven't watched it anymore, and so it's gone. So it deserves C tier for me because I haven't watched it further than 5 episodes.
Understandable if you basically dropped it.
Yes. But the next thing was definitely way, way better, and I'm talking about Oshinoko here. Oshinoko had not the best season, but it was definitely stronger than season 2, but not better than season 1. We got some Luby development, we got some Kana development and Aqua and Akane development. It was very good. And we got some development towards the end with Aqua learning about his father and stuff. So
I think Oshinoko is still a good show besides the last few chapters, which are horrendous. But there are only like 3 or 4 chapters which are horrendous, which you can cut out basically. And the story does not change that much.
So, but I will only rate this third season, unlike JJK, but this one gets an S tier for me. It got me thinking, it got me emotional, so it got it did do a lot of things good.
Whenever you get emotional, the show has done something right.
Yes.
Even though when you are angry, you are just having an emotion and thinking about the show.
I was angry at Aqua for a lot of the third season, so yes.
I don't know why, Kappa.
This guy, he annoys me. I, yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about Fire Force then. There's only one episode coming out on Friday. Yes,
Is the final fight already finished, or
it
are we
is.
still in it? Okay, good.
So, yes, we have finally concluded Fire Force. Almost one episode left, but it's
It's just the epilogue.
yes, it's just the epilogue. So, Fire Force overall the story. I mean, the ending was kinda. I don't know.
I
Schindler
find the ending also weird.
Schindler basically transformed into a goddess, and then he created a completely new world, which is weird.
Soul Eater, which is
Yeah,
Soul Eater, which is the previous work of Okubo, the
yes,
mangaka. And I don't like Soul Eater because this manga is whack.
yes, but I don't talk about Soul Eater. I just talk about the ending from Fire Force, not the yeah. But still, it was weird that she just transformed into a goddess with soul resonance and then completed a whole new world. Yeah, it's an anime thing, but still, it was very weird.
Yes. For me, the problem is I can't rate a Fire Force ending without talking about Soul Eater because those are linked. Those are basically now prequel and sequel.
Yeah, I mean,
That's my problem. And when you make a mid ending just to connect it to a mid manga, then I don't know. I
yes,
don't like this ending.
I mean, I am not putting that link because I haven't watched Soul
Yes.
Eater so far. I have watched 2 episodes and never
But it's sorry, gone.
I never continued it. You can go
I
on.
wanted to say it's still not the worst ending out there.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just weird and
Yeah,
whack.
but yeah, the whole setup for this was I don't know.
It doesn't
So
ruin the series for me at
yeah,
least.
it doesn't. But still, it was definitely weaker than the previous seasons. So it deserves just a B plus for me.
I don't know if I would put it weaker than the previous seasons because of some insanely cool fights.
Yeah, but they were just too short, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, it was quite rushed. They had adapted a lot of chapters.
Hmm. So I would put it in just top of B tier for me. But it was definitely an enjoyable show, and I'm happy that it's finally over.
Upper Miss Dragon is still one of the best shonen fights
It
in the
was
manga.
it was a very cool fight, I have to say, yes. So another thing is Mayonaka Heart Tune, which is translated into Tune into the Midnight Heart.
I think
Uh,
the manga is called Midnight Heartune in German, but same
yes.
thing.
Um, but this is basically a Quinn's premise, basically. But you have four candidates to choose. Four or three?
Yes, four.
Yeah, four. But you have the same romance tropes in there. You have the MC who is very weird. Yeah, it's
At least
basically
they use this weirdness there in a good way. And it's mixed with voice acting. Like it's, I think, VTubing, voice acting, singing, and one more thing.
yes, acting. Um,
Yes, acting true.
but yes, this show is basically like every Harlem. You have nothing new from it.
Yes.
Yes. So it's
But you have fun while reading or watching it.
yes. So it's just a B tier.
especially reading it because the manga is really good artwork. I basically sent the guy every 1 or 2 weeks ago a side-by-side comparison
Yes.
where it's not even close. So I would also give the manga like 7.5, something like that. 7.5 max 8.
So then another show that just disappeared from my mind is Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. Like I watched some episodes and then it was just gone. I completely forgot that it exists. But I thought it was weird, like kindergarten kid with spirit power who defeats spirits that no one can see, and the weird stalking y- adult. This was just weird. The show was completely weird, but somewhat enjoyable, but still, yeah, it's a C tier for me.
I've never read this one.
Yeah, it's not read worth. Let's say it like this. And then let's get on to the last show that I also completely forgot that it existed. Is that account?
Oh, yeah, right. You started watching it and you quite
Yes,
liked it.
and then I completely forgot that it exists.
I mean, it's your typical shonen.
Yeah,
It does some things good, but does not do things excellent, let's say it like that.
I last watched the battle between the classes and then it was just gone. Yeah, I don't know
But then
why.
you were quite far, I think.
Yes, I think like six, seven episodes in, but yeah, I don't know. I think
Happens.
I think I will complete this when I I want to. um, when I'm
Put it,
having
you put it on the list of shame.
yes, um, but when I'm having my anime phase again, then yeah, maybe I will watch it again.
My enemy face, Torfen will not like this one.
Yes, I have some enemies.
Hmm.
So yes, this is my fully tier list. Look at this. Yes, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to know what you think about my tier list. I really want to know. Oh, I haven't ranked it. It's a B tier, obviously. So yes,
Well, there's one more thing we need to talk about, which I forgot in my part. I wanted to mention it there, but I'm getting old.
oh, I
Or Alzheimer
also
kicked.
I also wanted to talk about JoJo's. True.
True then.
Um,
Talk about JoJo's.
I really can't understand why Steel Ball 1 gets such a massive hype, to be honest, because I think the first episode was good. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I don't know why it's so liked, so hyped.
Well, again, let's get back to Frieren. You need to watch a bit more to see the story unfold.
I said
There
I
weren't even stands.
yes, I
I
know,
think
but
they finished the first race, right?
yes,
Or a bit more.
yes, they
There
were
weren't there wasn't even a proper stand fight.
yes, but still, from the first episode, I don't understand why you should put it at 10 out of 10. In my opinion, no hate. Yes,
Well, that's the most Zuma take. You should watch the full story to judge it, or at least a chunk of the story. I also can watch the first Demon Slayer episode and say, "Oh, I don't understand why it's good and nothing happened." Because there's no fight, no cool animation, just a bad written character. Can't say the same.
I mean we got an extra long episode, but it was just a horse race, so I mean,
That's the point.
it was a good way to come into a Zero run, but it wasn't that good of an first episode, I have to say.
I think what I've read is better than most sports manga and sports thing in terms of tension. In the manga, it was really tense. Well, I haven't watched the anime because I wanted to get Netflix to watch it. Then I heard that, well,
Hmm.
I'm not getting 1 month Netflix to just watch one anime episode. That's not happening.
Yes.
That's a waste of money if
Yes.
I've already read the manga.
So there was one thing that you wanted to say?
The Chainsaw Man ending, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to put that in my part, but completely forgot.
Hmm.
How do we like those? The ending is obviously not good, but I
Yes.
find it funny. Which is why I kinda find it okay. But in terms of writing, it's not good.
Yes.
Even though there are some cool things which you can think about. For example, let's go to Makima. If you have Denji, a character with no parents and no guidance, would in your dream not manifest a character who shows you a way, who dominates you and tells you what to do? That's basically Makima's purpose.
Hmm.
Because Denji is looking for some guidance. The same goes for the Death Devil, and because Denji was sick and maybe in his dream had fear of dying, so dreamt about the Death Devil potentially coming with a Nostradamus prophecy, but in the end the Death Devil didn't come and Denji survived.
Hmm.
So there's actually some cool stuff that you can think about, unlike some other insert anime where it's a bad fight happening in the end, not just the JK. You can also put Naruto and stuff and every shonen.
He basically got off-screen death, basically.
So I think in that regard there's at least a bit more substance, even though it's written bad because there are way too many loose plot threads and it's just a giga troll from Fujimoto,
Hmm.
but I still had fun because it was entertaining. But it's not good, objectively speaking.
Yes.
What's your take?
I completely agree with you. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. So yes, I mean, we got an ending. It was happy, so we got an ending. Let's say it like this.
Maybe
Yes.
we also find it better because it's not the same as the other shonen with a bad fight at the end.
Hmm.
Who
But,
knows?
but with that, tell me what will we do in the next episode?
In the next episode, we will talk about how we consume anime and manga. So basically, for example, how do we choose what to watch? How do we choose what to drop and what not to drop? How do you watch? Do you watch on phone? Do you watch on laptop? Do you watch on your big screen if you have a TV? How many episodes do you watch? A binge watcher, weekly watcher, sub or dub, stuff like that. Do we watch too much? Do we watch too less? Everything which is connected with watching the thing. Do you eat a lot? Do you snack a lot while watching? Do you watch on your first screen? Do you watch on your second screen? Stuff like that.
Okay, so then there's only one thing to do. Please consider a like and a subscribe for Animanga for Zoomers and Boomers. Until then,
Peace. Next week with hopefully better voice from me.
I hope so too. But yes, until then, have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.